How you doing, Coleman? Good to see you again.
Good to see you again too, Charles.
All right. Man, every time I see you, you're dressed so to the nines, fashion forward, and in this series, The Madness, Muncie Daniels has this coat that he's wearing that is so sharp. And is that was that Coleman? Was that Avery?
That was Avery, my costume designer. She wanted she
Oh,
she wanted to do a callback to make. She wanted the series to feel like a callback to these iconic films like 3 Days of the Condor or North by Northwest. Like these guys didn't have a lot of clothes, a lot of changes, but what they wore were iconic. Which was really kind of awesome. So we were really looking at it to make it sure it felt like a series that a lot of his cuts felt like it was like from the 70s or even the 60s at times. So he felt like a classic man, a classic everyman.
I felt a lot of Shaft as I was watching it as well. You know, the way that jacket just protects him as a suit of armor around him.
Absolutely.
It was
And
it's
the sunglasses. Every so often, sometimes we did a shot, which is one of my favorites, where Clement was like, yeah, pull the collar up as you walk away because suddenly you know you need your protection. So it's
right.
stylish, but it's also his protection as well as his sunglasses. And he's suave. He's someone who has style, in every single way.
Absolutely, a perfect reflection of the man who played him. So I think that's incredible. I think incredible casting. But as we look at the film, there's a dark subtext in the film about just how easy it is to assassinate the character of a black superstar. And being one, do you have any do you think the commentary works, or what did you think about that? Was that something that drew you to this role?
Yes, and I think that there's many parts of it. I think the idea, knowing that he is a public figure, he's a black man who has been espousing different points of view on a world platform. He know that he's also an easy target as well. That everything about him is also can also be used against him. So that's the way I did find my way into him. I do understand that. I do understand the power of image and who we are, and and how it can be, just one thing that you can say that can completely be turned around, even if you didn't intend it to be that way. So, which is why my character Muncie is very intentional about his words and the way he chooses his words, because he knows that they have incredible meaning, and it can also take him down a different path if he's not very clear about his language.
And I guess at the beginning of the series, we think of the madness as being a certain thing, and then as we develop through this series, we come to see the madness as being something else altogether. Which one did you feel like you more related to? Was it the madness that was going around him, or that the madness that he participated in that was more important, do you think?
I think it's a little bit of both, to be honest. I think that he doesn't realize that he's a part of the madness, that he's a part of the 24 hours news cycle that's spinning everyone, and the part of the thing that sows seeds of disinformation in many ways. And it's all opinion, and it's not objectivity. So I think that that's madness, but then also the ordinary world is madness. He's looking at, I love watching him just walk through New York and someone just staring at him, or just like all the things that somehow we've become, how can I say, we've become desensitized, and we're like, that's not normal to walk by someone that way or to watch these situations happen on the street. I remember I was driving down Sunset Boulevard during the pandemic, and I remember I looked over to the left and I saw some guy, literally there's a tree that was down, and I think he was an unhoused man, and he lit fire to this palm tree. And I felt like I was one of the only people that was reacting to it. I was like, oh my God. And like, that's not normal, but people were acting like it was the most normal thing in the world. Like, and so I think that there's madness outside and there's madness going on inside. And he's trying to make peace with both and actually do the work to say, I need to reset myself and my brain and understand what am I putting out that's part of the madness. And then what can I do to have some self protection and have a new way, a new path forward.
Yeah, it's a real evolution, and he has to go through a lot to get there. And I think the performance is fantastic and
Thank
wonderful
you.
series. I can't wait to for everyone to experience the madness.
Thank you so
So
much.
thank you for your time, and I appreciate it. I'll see you around.
I
I'll see
will.
you around.
See you around. Thank
All
you.
right.